What is this? I love that my weeb quest is going great so far. I'm having so much fun. I used to work in this building, like in this area. I want to show you. I don't know if you're ready. Are you ready? Is it still relevant? Well, it is for me. I remember when I came here the first time, I was with my friend and she took a picture of me. Someone else was passing by, looked like we had a Taki-kun and Mitsuha moment, like a your name moment. It was cute. Anyway, I'm here again. I'm so happy. I used to have my break time at Bees, Family Mart here. Can we address these things? Apparently, you people think that Family Mart is better than 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven rules. Like, 7-Eleven is the best convenience store ever in Japan. And if it's not your first choice, it's a red flag. I'm sorry, but that's a red flag for me. I swear, no one was coming. I was like, okay, this is my moment. And then, look at this. I was about to say, luckily I'm in Shinjuku, so I don't have to take any transportation to get to my place. And I checked Google Maps, it's like 20 minutes away. Shinjuku is fucking huge. The underground station is just as big as a city, in Italy at least. You have to experience that to understand what I mean. And you have to, please come. I feel like the tour is done for today. I'm very tired. And tomorrow, it's gonna be the best day ever. That's not true. Every day is gonna be the best day. But tomorrow, in particular, it's gonna be a good day. Bye. We're almost there. I really wanted to come back here because it's just nice and I had nice memories and I want to live those memories again. It's just adding happiness to happiness. The stairs. He knows. Of course you remember this. Sorry. No.
What's your name? We are in Nakameguro. Our favorite place. You're going to have ramen.
Very full.
It was so good.
Even the soup broth, yeah, it was delicious.
I'm Japanese. Used to this kind of place, but you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the rent is so high.
It's so nice because it's so expensive to live here.
Only rich people can live here.
I went to this cafe
Good smell.
with Hanako. I remember she was so nice.
Yeah, she was so good person.
That's why she didn't work there a lot.
Yeah. I think she had same vibes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I like walking.
Me too. And by the river, it's a very good feeling.
Expensive. 16,000. I can walk here. Wow, the car is so cool.
Wow.
Couldn't choose.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Miss you too.
I just dropped my phone with a $5 case. I survived the drop test. Good. I used to come here at this Tokyo store all the time because I live basically that way. Is that my home? No. I'm going to show you where I used to live because I used to go to Kodamba, which is Yamanote Sen. Listen, coming here as a student, the first and only time, I was broke. I used to work here with Sakurako, minimum wage, until I quit and I went to work for the English school with Robato-san for more than the minimum wage, but I was still saving money and didn't want to spend money because I was still a student mindset. So Yamanote-sen is the cheapest line, so I was willing to walk 10 minutes, 15 minutes instead of 10 to basically pay half price. And I never realized that this was literally behind my house. This was a very good, freshly made bento place. I'm just gonna walk you my way home, basically. Oh my god, food everywhere. When I came from work, I would get to Fudomai station and it was very late, usually because I had weird shift and I was so hungry. This was not a good place to control your appetite. This was my favorite supermarket, right in front of a 7-Eleven. Back to the student tips. I felt like it was common knowledge, but common knowledge is not that common, so I'm just telling you again. If you come to Japan, supermarket after 6 or 7 p.m. they give discounts on freshly made things like onigiri, fried chicken, so you can get it for cheap. And usually after work, when I was tired and hungry, but I was not hungry enough to have a full meal and I didn't want to spend my hourly paycheck in food, I would go to the supermarket and I would buy onigiri 50% off. Basically 50 yen per onigiri. That made me happy. This place here, I was with my friend. It was a very hot day in summer and we were taking pictures and the pictures turned out great. Good turn. Well, everything is still the same. Same shops, same houses. That's a nice area. I had no clue when I found this place. I had so much anxiety because it was on Airbnb, but the owner, Ivar, hi Ivar, I had to book everything like 1 year in advance because of the visa, and I was so anxious this was going to be a scam because it was my first time booking long term, and Ivar was just so nice. I had a lot of questions. I feel like they were legit questions, but you know, for someone who has their place on Airbnb, maybe it's a bit too much, but I was also a different situation, so that's why I always encourage people to wait. Okay, sorry, my shoulders are breaking. Always encourage people to ask, like message on Airbnb. So that's how I found more than one option. I was just like, hey, I like your place, do you want to rent it like for a year? And he was like, sure. Then I explained that I would need a contract and he was super fine with that. Not everyone is gonna be as fine as Ivar. I understand, he was a good person, but I feel like everyone wants to rent their place for a long time, so it shouldn't be hard for you to find an option. We are almost there. I remember there was a stray cat, which I don't think it was a stray cat, but it was always around. She was just like my cat, which was mine, but also the neighbor cat. She went eating everywhere, but it's also a normal cat. Oh my god, that's our place. That's my house. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ta-dum. Probably it's gonna be a bit weird if the lady just seen someone filming her house. That was our terrace. I used to live there. Very conveniently, like everything in Japan, we had kind of a personal Jido Hanbaiki vending machine here. Even more conveniently, we had a 7-Eleven very close. We used to get pizza here all the time. I mean, every month to celebrate. Their bulgogi pizza, delicious. And they had a discount if you got takeout. We would always walk here. Now we are going towards the Gotanda station, the Yamanote line. Not sure if it's the Meguro Gawa still or it's another river, but anyway. That's the huge building built in 7 months. That's the river here. It's very nice. In spring, that's Gotanda for you. Nice place to stay besides the constructions going on because it's close to the Yamanote-sen, which is the cheapest options for students and for everyone, and most convenient option. And then it's close to Nakameguro, so you have a lot of different lines, which is something you might want to take in consideration if you're trying to pick an area to live in Tokyo.
I was trying to make my Japanese resume and I had the picture there last minute. This is Nippori. It's more residential area. I think there is one, like only my school, the language school. There are a lot of international students here. I want to take you here because it's actually very pretty. Here's the McDonald's where every student goes, me included. Here in Nippori is mostly residential area and a lot of old people live here. This place, in the morning until lunchtime, there is an old lady making onigiri and selling onigiri to students, which was cute. They're big, huge onigiri. They're made by her, so they're special. Like I'm always whispering. You can hear. Anyway, I remember this flower shop always made me happy, especially during Christmas time. It's adorable. In winter time, that way. An old man with his hot potato truck, and I used to get my hot potato every day, almost every day, because I had school from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So I had lunch right before in this little park. This was my school. Do you see this pretty building? It was not mine. My building is behind. I would pack lunch at home or just buy something at the convenience store and eat lunch at this little park behind. This was my happy moment before classes. There are so many kids in the afternoon. Yeah, I will briefly show you around. It's so adorable, tiny, cozy, and pretty. I used to sit here and just have lunch. That's actually my building. Now that I look at that, it's not that bad. I remember I thought it was very ugly. That's where the peasants go. The beginners. The main building, which is the first one I showed you, is intermediate. The advanced, it's another building closer to the station, and it's very tiny. And that's ugly. That's very ugly because it's dark. At least this is white. But I like that one because it has big windows. I like bright places. Anyway, as a general rule, I like Akamonkai as a school. They are super strict. It was awful. My part-time was actually a full-time in the sense that I would go to work every single day. If I could work 25 hours or 35, I don't remember, per week, I would use every single hour because I was just paying everything with my arubaito. And when I was a waitress with Sakurako, our restaurant was in Roppongi, and I used to come here, like from there, go to, I don't remember the name of the station, Nagyozaka. Anyway, it was towards my friend's building. That's a cute place. It's like a smaller station and it's nice. My shift started at 5. School time finished at 4. So I barely had any time. I would rush to get the train and have at least 5 minutes to just get myself together and decompress. Oops. Sorry. Then when I changed my job and I went to work in, where was it? Was it Yokohama? I mean, it wasn't Yokohama, but I don't remember if the station was Yokohama. When I met Robert, which was my supervisor, it was even further, but my shift started later. I think that was the most intense and stupid thing I could have done. It was very stupid of me, but it was also worth it in my opinion because I did really enjoy the job. I like the people, I like the students. People who worked there were very interesting. Students who came to the school were so nice. So I feel like since everything was just working for me, my only issue was rushing from school to there and barely having time to eat. I would finish at 9 and the paycheck was not much more than what I got for the restaurant job, but it was still, for me, since the environment was completely different, it was still worth it. I didn't think, oh my god, I have to go to work, I really don't want to go. I think I never thought that. If anything, I just thought, I hope I have enough time to eat something before classes. Late or not, if every time I arrived here, the thingy there were down, so the train was about to come, I was almost late. And if it was open, I was on time. Does it make sense? I don't know, because I mean there is a train every 2 minutes here, but in my little brain, if I had to wait for the train, I had few minutes less to get changed and just to breathe. So it was just no extra time for me to leave, basically. So that was a good memory lane. I can make a full video about recommending places in Tokyo and how to choose your language school, because I have a lot to say and I feel like a lot of people don't include a lot of things that might be really helpful. So I don't know, let me know if you want to know more about it, because I have a lot of experience. and because I have a lot of experience, and I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you liked it. Good morning. I have a few hours before my flight. I decided I would have breakfast at the Shinjuku Gyoen again because I really liked it yesterday, and I feel like it's a quiet and nice way to spend a couple of hours for going to the airport. I can pay with my Suica, and I still have some cash I better use. I'm going to the convenience store, charge my Suica. There is a Starbucks inside the Shinjuku Gyoen, which was a surprise yesterday, so yeah, I'm just going there.
Zaire on the track, boy.